I barely even started my hello then, and you came straight in with your ahoy.
I know.
My name is Adam. This is The Wave. Welcome.
My name's Nick. I'm here also. This
I'm glad you're here.
is the weekly news and chat show from the world famous Bottom of the Stream podcast.
It is indeed.
Are you well?
I'm well. As well as can be expected. How are you?
Good. I am feeling a bit saucy tonight.
Why is that?
Because we've got a red light going on.
We've got red lights in here tonight. I don't know why we've gone red. We've had different colour every week recently. It is like being in a weird nightclub.
With the smart light bulb.
Yeah.
I do feel like someone needs to bring me a bottle of beer or something.
I can bring you a bottle. I haven't got any beer. I've made you a squash.
Yeah, that'll do. But, yeah, you're well?
Yeah, I'm well. I'm actually really well.
Good.
Good.
Cushions fell on the floor?
Bugger. Oh, well, that'll have to stay on the floor. Can't bend down now. I'm in podcast mode.
Yeah.
Not in bending down mode.
Well, quite.
How are you? Have you been up to much?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. No, not really been up to much. I'm here and ready to talk news.
I noticed you were drunk, plastered all over Instagram at the weekend. Did you having a good night?
No, I wasn't. That wasn't me.
Was it? Was you? Definitely was you.
I found a dog to stroke at midnight in a pub.
Oh.
Everyone else had gone home.
Did your wife know?
She'd gone home.
Oh, so it was one of those nights. Send the wife home, stroke a new dog.
It was raining.
Right.
So, like, only so many people could fit in the car.
Fair. It's not a clown car.
So, 3 of us walked home, or
Right.
started to walk home. We lost one on the way, and 2 of us went to the pub, and I was like, there's a dog in there, let's go and stroke the dog. So we had a drink and stroke the dog.
Sounds like a good night.
What a great way to end the night. No, it never doesn't cheer you up, does it? Having a...
Stroking a dog to end a night is the best way.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Good, I'm glad you've had fun.
How about you? I totally forgotten how I went out. So well remembered.
Yeah, I'm alright. Went for a curry last night. That was quite nice.
Excellent.
Not been for a curry for a pre-pandemic, I think was my last curry. So
Yeah.
it was nice. Yeah, that's about it really.
Meet any animals?
No, only the chicken that I ate.
Oh, fine.
Does that count?
No, not really.
No. Okay. Oh, I went to the cinema.
Oh, cool.
I forgot to put that on our film notes too. I went to see Uncharted.
Oh, yeah.
I always thought it was called Uncharted. It was one of these like, I've always thought it was called Uncharted,
Okay.
as in the games as well.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's called Uncharted.
Yeah.
It's like one of these. What do they call them when your brain doesn't when your brain thinks one thing?
Because they're exploring new things that haven't been
Mandela effect.
Yeah.
I think it's that.
that haven't been mapped.
Yeah.
So it's Uncharted.
But I've always called it Uncharted, and until the title screen came up on the film, I was like, I've always said that wrong, even though I've had all 4 games in my possession at some point. It's very bizarre, but no, it's good. It's good for a popcorn, leave your brain at home little action flick.
Yeah.
Modern day Indiana Jones meets the Goonies meets National Treasure.
But not as good as any of them.
No, not as good as any of them.
That's my bit. I mean,
Better than the last Indiana Jones.
fine. I've played 2 of the games.
Yeah.
So I do know a bit about it.
I've played all 4 and I've finished all 4 of the games, which is not like me at all.
I've finished the 2 I played. I've seen the trailers for it, and I've got to be honest, it just did not stir anything in me to want to go in.
No, that's fair. I don't think it's a film where you need to go to the cinema to see it. It's just one of those pizza and a Magnum Saturday night films.
Yeah.
One day you'll watch it on a Saturday night. You know you will.
Do you think people's expectations just need to be lowered around video
100%.
games? Because, God, perish the thought if something like GTA ever came to...
Yeah.
I mean, you know...
Well, we talked about Netflix making Bioshock the other
Yeah.
week, didn't we? That's got a massive fan cult following. So that's going to take a hit when it comes out. People are just never going to be happy with video game films because you get so invested in these characters. You spend more time with a video game than you do with a TV show, a film, anything. You spend more time with those characters than you do with any other entertainment medium. So people get really invested, and so the films are never going to be successful because you can't
distill all of that from Uncharted into 90 minutes, 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean technically it's a prequel to all of the games.
Yeah.
So they're both characters are played a lot younger than they are in the games.
It still shouldn't
It's
be
like
Mark
how they
Wahlberg,
first
though,
met.
should it?
No, it shouldn't be Mark Wahlberg. It absolutely shouldn't be. But he should just not be in anything ever.
Yeah.
But,
Well, it's an interesting approach to take, though, isn't it? Because you've got, like, this successful franchise.
Yeah.
And you'd think you'd want the movie to have the best chance to maybe make another movie.
Yeah.
So why have we gone younger?
yeah, exactly. Because you've got to at some point catch up with the games.
Yeah.
So how many? But you feel like in the first game he's a seasoned veteran explorer. So there must have been story before the games, I suppose.
Well, is it the fourth one? You do some flashback stuff, don't
Yeah.
you, when they were younger?
Yeah. So,
But
but I think Tom Holland's playing it like 23, 24. So he's playing a lot younger than the Nathan Drake of the game.
sure.
But no, it's fun. It's a fun little action film.
Yeah.
It's just about the right length. It's really silly. They're looking for some gold, and they literally look down a drain in Barcelona, and it's there. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
nobody's ever
What
looked down
happened?
that drain before.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Okay.
Well, we probably should have done that in the what have you watched this week section,
That's
but
fine.
it seemed to fit into the conversation,
It
so
did.
it fitted in.
Natural patter.
Shall we mix it up and do the what have we watched first before the news this
Yeah,
week?
let's do it. Let's
we just carry on.
go for it.
We can do what we want. This is our podcast.
Damn
We're
right.
Rebels. So, have you watched anything good at the top of the
I
screen?
finished Reacher.
How was it?
Great.
Good.
I really enjoy it. One of my favourite things I've seen for ages.
Really?
'Cause
That
just-
good?
Yeah, just again, you don't really need to think too hard.
Yeah.
But it knows what it is. It does it really well.
Good. I've heard a
Action.
lot of good things about it, to be fair.
Simple, good story. By the end of it, you want to see people get their comeuppance.
Yeah.
The last one's a bit silly, but
Good. That's what you want, isn't it?
I really enjoyed it.
Good.
Really enjoyed it.
I will check that out at some point. I know I said that.
It has been commissioned for a second season.
It has already.
Yeah.
Awesome. You're very laid back over there. You're almost lying down. You look very chilled tonight.
Thanks.
I like it. Anything else?
The problem is I can't see the screen very well.
Yeah,
so-
because you're lying on the floor almost.
I've watched 2 episodes of Cuphead.
I was going to start that the other night. I have
On
no idea what
Netflix.
it is.
So Cuphead's a video game.
Right, okay.
Hey, look at me.
I feel like I've heard...
Look at me spilling the tea on video games.
I feel like I've heard of Cuphead before, but I don't have any concept of what it is.
It's like the video game was designed in an old styly sort of Felix the Cat animation sort of
Right,
thing.
okay.
It's supposed to be really difficult. It's like a platformer, and Cuphead shoots stuff out of himself. And you jump on people and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, the old school platform.
But it's supposed to be really, really difficult.
Okay.
And they've just made Netflix's Cuphead show. It's him and Mugman getting into
Mugman.
different adventures. And it's got that sort of old style, bit naughty animation style about it. So they meet like the devil in the first episode, and he takes Cuphead's soul. And I think that will be a bit of an ongoing
Okay.
plot point through the series. I really liked it. I will go back for more. They're only sort of 10-15 minutes.
Oh, I'll definitely check some of
that
them
was
out.
cool.
Excellent. No, I definitely will check some of them out.
So yeah, that was good. And then the only other thing I've really watched is on the BBC, which is This Is Going to Hurt. To watch a couple of
I've
episodes.
seen loads of adverts for this. BBC seems to be right behind it.
Yeah, so a couple of years ago, this is he's now a stand-up comedian, a guy called Adam Kay.
Yeah.
But he used to be a doctor.
Right.
And basically, he first came to fame, he released this book, it's basically his diary from his time as a doctor. Some absolutely ridiculous but true stories. And this is a sort of adaptation of that.
So they've made a sitcom out of his...
It's not it's got its share of drama and sort of sadness, but he also like breaks the fourth wall.
Okay.
Sort of
It's like
commenting
a
along
modern day sitcom style.
Yeah.
That's what they are, aren't they? A bit more dramatic than they used to be.
It's good.
Good. I'll check that out as
Yeah.
well, actually. My dad's read that book. He's always raving about how good it is.
It's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
funny.
it's good. It's
Excellent.
Good. Well, I've only watched the first couple, but yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Cool. Anything else?
I think there is one more thing, but I want to do that in the news.
Okay, cool. No problem. I, last night, in fact, watched the first episode of Inventing Anna.
Oh yes,
I really enjoyed it.
looks like it's going to be Netflix's next big hit.
Yeah, it looks like it. It's been at number 1 in the charts all week.
Yeah.
There's 9 episodes.
Okay.
And they're over an hour long each.
What's the premise?
The premise, it's the very first scene, this writing comes up at the screen saying, everything in this following program is true, except the parts that are completely made up.
Oh, of course.
So it is based loosely on a true story
Sure.
of this Russian/German/Israeli/ nobody really knows where she comes from, Instagram influencer who basically stole the hearts of all these rich people and then stole all their money.
Okay.
It's basically the Tinder swindler, but a bit more real, a bit more realistic. But yeah, it's the first episode got me completely.
Cool.
I was like, when I put it on, I was like, it's on for an hour. I think it's on for an hour and 14 minutes. The first episode.
Okay.
I'm like, that's a long time. But by the end of it, I was like, it was late, and I was like, I wish I could watch episode 2. I'm going to watch episode 2 tonight. I'm really excited for it.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, I was really impressed by it. I thought it was really, really good. The only other thing I've watched this week, talking of being impressed by, is I watched the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre film.
Oh, I've heard one good review of this.
Yeah.
It was from you.
Yeah.
Everything else I've read this week is absolutely slated this movie.
Does that surprise you in any way, shape, or form?
Neither
That's what I mean.
side of the argument surprises me.
I wouldn't say I'd give it a good review. I just don't think it's bad.
You had fun.
I had fun watching it, but I knew I was going to.
Got low standards.
I have got, when it comes to that sort of film, I have got low standards, and I will freely admit that. But there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
As a film, it's stupid. It's
Sure.
silly. It's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre film in 2022.
Yeah.
It's
How old's this guy by now?
exactly. It's just supposed to be the same
Can he
guy.
lift a
as well.
chainsaw?
Barely does, to be honest. What I really liked about it, they took a real big swipe. Can I give spoilers?
I will watch eventually, but I don't care. And
They took.
it's just me and you here. Who else is here?
Well, true. If you don't want to know spoilers for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, mute me for a minute. They take a swipe at the new Halloween franchise,
Right.
because they bring back their original final girl
Yes.
to be this old wizened battle axe of a woman who's
Very
going
on trend.
who's going. She even looks like Jamie Lee Curtis. She's got the long, scraggly grey hair. But the original final girl from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is dead, so this is a new actress.
Right.
And they bring her back, and she's this badass. She's a cop who's been looking for Leatherface for 40 years.
Okay.
She's been tracking him down, and he finally reappears because of the events of the film. So she makes her way to the town, and he instantly kills her.
Oh.
Literally straight away. As soon as he sees her, she lets him go once because she wants to kill him out in the open. And then he literally chainsaws her in half.
It's Halaranza.
It completely Halloran's her, and they built it up all the way through. And I really enjoyed it because I was like, that is a swipe at Halloween. And they're not even hiding the fact that it is. And it's silly, and it's good. It's fun. It's a fun film.
Seems like a sore point.
There's a lot of gore in it. It's quite a violent film, but you'd expect it to be.
Of course you would.
But it is quite like graphic.
Yeah.
There's a guy who gets his leg broken, and it's literally bent in half.
Ooh.
You're like, oh, that looked like it hurt. I wouldn't say it's a great film. I'm not going to say it's a great film. That'd be ridiculous. But it's a fun little slasher film.
Okay.
That's all I was expecting, and that's what I got.
Fine.
But that's it. That's all I've watched this week.
That's fine.
Cool.
You're allowed to.
Good. I'm glad.
Well,
I'm still sticking with The Office. I'm still watching that.
Yeah, you enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm nearly done with season 2 now.
Lovely.
I'm flying through it while I'm on the treadmill. And when I'm not on the treadmill now, in fact, when I've got a spare half an hour, I'll just put one on. So yeah, so it's great. I don't know why I've never watched it before.
Yeah, that's where I was kind of with it. I'd seen quite a few of them, but I'd never made a conscious effort.
I know you mentioned that you don't really like Michael Scott because he's a bit of a dick. And and I hadn't really seen that.
Yeah, but you're supposed to.
Yeah, but like, I think he's a bit nasty in one of the episodes I watched this week.
Yeah, it happens quite.
I don't think you ever really got that with Gervais's version of it. He was always just a lovable idiot.
Yeah.
Whereas there was an episode I watched, I can't remember which one it was, but I remember thinking, yeah, you're pretty nasty in this one. Oh, it was when...
There's more layers.
It's the birthday one episode where the guy thinks he's got cancer and he's
Yes.
waiting to find out, and he's making it all about him.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not funny. That's just nasty. So, but I remember you said he was a lot more nasty than that sort of character. But yeah, that's it.
Cool.
So shall we do the news now?
Let's do the news.
We'll do the news now, and then we'll headline on the extending the rods.
Okay.
We'll make that the headline. So, first news article of the week, Nick. What have we got?
Let's do Netflix news. Netflix announced this week that they are putting up 1.5 million British pounds
Right.
to unknown, in inverted commas, UK filmmakers.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, they've basically made this this money available for people to apply, and Netflix to give them the cash to go and make some TV.
That's cool.
Or short films.
Good for them.
So they're giving 30 grand to 6 projects who make the shortlist to develop their bit of work, and then they will give one of them the go ahead to make a movie. Basically,
That's cool.
they're accepting applications from theatre, TV, video gaming, online content, commercials, graphic novels, music premieres, and short films. If you've got a background in any of those, then you should be able to apply for Project Breakout.
Project Breakout. I like it.
It's open to filmmakers and creators who have not yet made a feature, but whose work has already attracted industry or public attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. If they're going to start pumping money into the industry, that can only be a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Netflix get a lot of bad publicity, but that might be a good thing that they're doing.
Yeah. Could be.
If they're going to rekindle the British movie market,
well,
good for them.
I think this is obviously a theme at the minute because similarly, Netflix announced this week that they are investing 45 million American dollars.
Okay.
Into French and European movies.
Right. Okay.
So a 3-year agreement with the French film industry to invest that amount of money to finance French and European movies, which will be released in French theatres. And then they will have exclusivity on Netflix after that. So yeah, really,
they're doing some good with their money.
Investing in the film industry. This is, it's the steps to becoming again, in inverted commas, proper movie studio.
Yeah. Not just buying up currently made projects.
Exactly.
Excellent. Good for Netflix. It's nice to have a positive Netflix story.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, they might not all be positive this week.
No, I'm sure they won't be.
But yeah, that's good investment. And why not with the amount of money they earn? Jeez.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, we talked last week about the imminent removal of the Netflix Marvel TV shows.
Yes, we did. Daredevil, Punisher, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that first wave of Marvel shows. It's been announced this week that they will arrive on Disney Plus in Canada first.
Oh, okay.
Next month. So I think it's just a matter of time before they turn up everywhere else around the world. I don't know why Canada's been the first to. I don't know if they've jumped the gun on the announcement.
That is weird.
But yeah, March the 16th.
So they're literally the couple of days later from leaving Netflix.
Yeah. They're all going to land in Canada on Disney Plus, and I can't imagine there will be much behind everywhere else.
No, I would imagine they'll all appear. Surely, maybe it's just Canada that have announced it. I thought Disney Plus was pretty much worldwide.
Well, exactly.
Cool.
Unless there's some legal things to dot.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Yeah, I'm sure there is. I wouldn't be surprised. We were talking about whether they'd bring any of them back. I wouldn't be surprised to see another series of Daredevil. I don't think any of the others have got a chance. But I think there may be a market for a Daredevil reboot. If they were going to bring back any of them, I wouldn't be surprised if it was that one. There's got to be a reason why they want these on their platform.
Do you know the only one I've ever watched is Jessica Jones?
I loved Jessica Jones.
I liked it as well.
That first series of that was really good.
I should probably at some point actually watch Daredevil.
I'd definitely check out Daredevil. It's all right.
Yeah.
The Punisher and the Iron Fist were not great, but Daredevil was great.
Awesome.
Excellent. Next.
Ozark.
So
the part 2 of the final season of Ozark has been confirmed to arrive on Netflix.
Okay.
April the 29th.
Oh, that's really soon.
So actually, it's not really been too much of a long wait between the parts.
We were expecting a longer wait than that, I think.
Yeah, because I think it was end of January, the first batch.
It's done really well though, hasn't it? So maybe they've just gone, let's just get the rest of it out.
Fill that gap before Stranger Things arrives.
Yes. Yeah, exactly that.
So my list is too big. It's another thing I just need to get to. And
I watched the first season of Ozark and then never went back.
Yeah.
And I have no reason or rhyme or reason for doing that.
Yeah.
I just never got to season 2. But maybe I will one day. But I think I'd have to start again from the beginning now because it's been a long time since I watched that first one. I don't have a clue what was going on. Next.
We mentioned it already once this episode. The Tinder Swindler.
Swindler. Yeah.
It's a bit Tiger King, isn't it? In that you've got this cast of supporting characters.
Yeah.
And they're all after their bit of cash. So much so that the bodyguard of Simon from the Tinder Swindler,
Leviev.
Pietra?
Yes. Peter. They call him Peter in the show, but I think it's probably Pietra.
He's suing Netflix.
I saw this.
And he also wants an official apology from them. He's asked for £4.1 million compensation because basically he says they've dragged his image through the mud.
Well, to be fair, they did. But he was by his side the whole time. There's no way he doesn't know what was going on. Now, don't sue me. I don't obviously know that, but yeah, I don't really know the legalities of making a documentary and naming people in it.
Well, his lawyer says that the movie doesn't tell my client's story, and it must be underlined no charges have ever been brought against him. He's never been involved in Simon's businesses. However, by many viewers, he's being associated with his behaviour.
That's true. They never mentioned him. They make him. He comes across as a bumbling idiot in the show, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Netflix production have never asked my client for permission to publish his image or for his comment on the case. I'm like,
I find that hard to believe.
I do a little bit as well. It says, my client has lost his anonymity within a day and the ability to work as a bodyguard forever, as well as his reputation.
He can still work as a bodyguard. He was good at it. The guy never got beat up once.
I mean, it follows a trend, doesn't it? We've seen this multiple times. Some of these subjects or associated people with these documentaries.
Yeah.
Just trying to sue that.
How many times has Carol Baskin tried to sue Netflix?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe 20, aren't they? Good luck with that one, Peter. I can't see you getting very far with it. Next.
I know you love a reality TV show.
I do, so much.
Well, Netflix's first Australian reality show is coming to Netflix next week. March the 9th.
What's the premise?
You can watch Byron Bays.
Byron Bays?
That's B-A-E-S.
Oh.
You see what they've done there?
I do.
It's set in the town.
I don't understand it at all.
It's set in the town of Byron Bay.
Right. Okay, that makes more sense.
It's billed as a docu-soap that will follow a feed of hot Instagrammers living their best lives, being their best selves, and creating the best content in the coastal town of Byron Bay.
So it's the Jersey Shore, Geordie Shore, made in Chelsea, that sort of idea. But in Australia. This
show has attracted quite a lot of criticism. The locals are up in arms.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Surfers have been out paddling into the ocean, and they've formed a circle with a line through it to oppose the filming of this show in the town. They, not unlike the bodyguard from the Tinder swindler, the town of Byron Bay is concerned that its reputation will be dragged down by this show. So possibly a whole town is going to sue Netflix. Let's see what happens once this show drops.
Okay.
He said the mayor of the town is saying that he's worried that this will present the town as idyllic and superficial and not look at the real life issues that we deal with in terms of housing, work, and affordability. I'm sure it won't.
No, same.
I think you're absolutely right, Mayor.
Yeah. Wow.
So
okay.
that could be the next
big thing.
Next controversy.
But it probably won't, because probably nobody will watch it and it'll get cancelled.
Well, you never know in Netflix.
You don't, especially with Australian reality TV seems to be a big thing. People seem to like it, don't they?
Who knows what's going to catch on.
Was it like Love is Blind Australia was really big, or Married at First Sight Australia? One of them was really big, wasn't it? I can't remember which.
Something's got to replace Neighbours.
Yeah, that's the biggest Australian news. We're fucking losing Neighbours. My dad's going to be devastated if that happens.
I haven't watched it for 25 years.
I've watched it every day since it started.
Oh, man. I've gutted for him now.
Yeah, he will be devastated. I think somebody will save it.
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know why I think so. I just think there's channels out there that could do with Channel 5 get 1 million viewers a day. And I feel like there's channels out there that pay the money for that.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I said earlier that I'd watch something else.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you did.
I watched it because of this news article, which I want to talk about. Charlie Brooker has done another interactive title for Netflix.
Right.
And it snuck out this week. It's called Cat Burglar.
Right, okay.
And it's an animation.
Right.
Again, it's a sort of ye olde style cartoon. And it's basically a quiz.
Right.
So you're not like choosing the direction that the character takes.
Okay.
You have to answer questions at several points through the animation.
Yeah.
And you have to get the questions right for it to progress.
Oh, okay. That sounds interesting.
You have 3 lives.
Yeah.
and if you lose all your lives,
The
you
show.
have to start again.
Wow.
So you might take a few goes to get through to the end if you want to see the whole thing. I had a go at it.
And
I really enjoyed it.
really, I've not even heard of that. I had
Yeah.
no concept of that being even a thing.
So yeah,
Excellent.
it's,
I'll have a go at that.
It's kind of the Tom and Jerry stuff, but a bit more adult. There's a bit in there for the grown-ups.
Okay, good.
In terms of the violence and the references. Yes, it feels like a bit of an experiment. It's really cool, I thought.
Did you get all the way through?
I did, yeah.
How long are we talking?
10 minutes?
Oh, not long.
15 minutes,
cool.
maybe.
Oh, definitely check that out. That
But
sounds like a lot
the
of fun.
questions are ridiculous. They're just totally random.
Right.
So, there's not a theme through the whole thing. It's just general knowledge. They're not related to the...
They're not related to the show or anything?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, okay.
So.
That's interesting. That's maybe just a proof of concept idea.
Yeah, possibly. Go and check it out. Cat
I will
Burglar.
definitely check that out. Cat Burglar. I would definitely check that out.
I wanted to give a shout out to, not that they need it from us, because they're a hugely popular and successful website, denofgeek.com.
Okay. Yep, they are massive.
They are 15 years old.
Oh, right. Okay.
I think we'll ever get 15 years in.
Yeah.
I have to watch a lot of movies.
Season 30, at bottom of the stream coming up.
They're
That
15
would be
years
a lot
old.
of movies.
15 years old over there.
Yeah.
And they've released a list. I know you love a list.
I do love a list.
They've released the best 25 sci-fi movies since their website has been in existence.
Interesting. I'm not going to read the list. I want you to read it.
No, that's fine. One of the movies that we have done on this show is on this list.
What?
Would that surprise you?
Yeah, so bottom of the stream movies in the 25. That means we've not done our job properly.
I'm not saying this is a top of the stream movie.
Right.
I'm saying they're saying it's one of the 25 best sci-fi movies.
Okay.
Do you want me to run through the list quick?
Run through, but stop when you get to it, and I'll see if I can guess.
25 is A Quiet Place.
Yeah, okay, that's sci-fi. Classic was horror, but
Yeah,
it's
me too.
sci-fi.
Me too. 24 is Moon.
Yep, great film.
23 is Snowpiercer.
Yep, great film. I think that's a good list so far.
22 is Colossal.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. I've seen all of these so far.
The 21st best movie.
Yeah, is the one we've done.
Yeah. It's from 2017.
Recently or a while back?
That's 5 years old.
No, I mean when we did it, you dick.
Couple of seasons ago.
How did we rate it?
Quite highly. It's not the first time we've spoken about this recently. We may have mentioned it last week.
Oh, okay. What did we do last week? I'm never going to get this. Give me a clue. Who's in it?
The directors are in it.
Oh, The Endless.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's acceptable.
I was surprised to see it pop up.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see it, but it has a
On
bit of a
this
cult
list.
following, and it is a great film.
Yeah. Shall I continue the list?
Please do.
20 is Attack the Block
Seen that as well?
from 2011. 19 is Under the Skin,
Don't think I've seen that.
which is Scarlett Johansson, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
think I've seen that.
I don't think I have.
18 is Blade Runner 2049.
I definitely haven't seen that.
17 is Gravity.
That's a great film. A lot of people don't like Gravity, but I've got a lot of time for it.
16 is Pacific Rim.
Not seen that.
15 is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
14 is Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Okay.
13 is Annihilation. That's a Netflix movie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
12 is Looper.
Looper. Yeah, I really enjoy Looper. Good film.
11 is The Martian.
Yep, another good film.
The top 10. 10 is Wall-E.
Yep, great film.
Stone Cold Classic.
Yeah, absolutely.
9 is Her.
Uh,
It's Spike Jonze.
oh, yeah. Not seen it, but I know what you mean.
Number 8 is District 9.
Ooh, really good film.
Number 7, I think this is way too highly ranked.
Okay.
I can't believe it's this high because I think it's just a bit bang average. Number 7 is Edge of Tomorrow.
That is too high. That is a bang average film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think the list
Yeah, I
isn't
think the
too
list's
bad.
pretty good so far.
Well, you might not disagree. You may, yeah.
Okay.
Number 6 is Dune.
Yeah, okay. I understand why that's there.
Number 5 is Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Interstellar.
Really enjoyed Interstellar.
Number 3 is Inception.
Okay. Can I have a guess at number 1 when you've done number 2?
Yes.
If it's not number 2.
Number 2 is Arrival.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to
Really?
guess. That is what I was going to guess as number 1.
At number 1 is Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay. That isn't the best sci-fi film of the last 15 years.
Arrival is
Arrival
amazing.
is the best sci-fi film of the last 15 years.
Amazing.
I was convinced Arrival was going to be another one. I thought about it when you got to about 8. It's going to be Arrival. How is Mad Max better than Arrival? That's ridiculous.
It's got a
good list, though.
It's got.
I enjoy a list. It has got a following. I enjoy a list. Good list.
Okay, cool.
I need to watch Arrival again.
Sandra Oh has been talking this week.
Okay.
To the media, and it came up that The Chair is not coming back to Netflix.
Oh, right. Okay. That was like getting massive when it came when they announced it. They were putting everything behind that. We talked about that ages ago.
Yes, we did.
Ages ago when they first announced it.
She was very sad because she thought they did a really good show. I'd never quite got to it.
I didn't even know it had come out.
Yeah.
So it's not had any marketing behind it.
I remember seeing
talking
it
about
dropped, but it certainly did not find its way into my algorithm.
No, not mine.
Which is kind of surprising, actually, I think.
Yeah.
She says, no one's called me, so I don't think it's happening.
Imagine if she got a phone call tomorrow now saying, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You missed that call. I left you a voicemail. Oh, that's a shame.
A couple more quick hits.
Yep.
Dave Chappelle's back.
Oh, okay. Good.
Netflix are doubling down because he's hosting not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 comedy specials.
Wow.
For Netflix. He's going to be playing the MC, basically. A series of specials called Chappelle's Home Team, where he's introducing a different comic.
Okay. So a bit like Live at the Apollo kind
of
deal.
So. But yeah, they're invested in this guy. Controversies or no controversies.
Yeah, they're doubling down on him.
He's also headlining the Netflix Comedy Festival later this year in Los Angeles.
Good for him.
Yeah, lovely.
Next.
Couple of non-Netflix newses.
Okay.
Which I'm quite excited about.
Right.
Do you like Aziz Ansari?
I don't know who that is. Do I know who that is?
He's like a stand-up. He was in Parks and Recreation.
Oh, yes, I do know who he is.
He has announced his directorial debut.
Oh, right.
And guess who he's got to star in it?
I can see a picture, so...
It's only the lesser-spotted Bill Murray. It's an currently untitled movie, but it's based on a non-fiction book.
Right.
Called Being Mortal, Medicine and What Matters in the End. And it's all about sort of how medicine contributes to life and death, end-of-life care, and it's basically a memoir.
Right.
And I think Murray's going to play this guy. I think it feels like a real Bill Murray role.
Yeah, it really does.
A sort of dramedy.
Dramedy.
Yeah. I think that could be really interesting.
Let's hope Bill Murray's...
Murray going for an Oscar.
Maybe. Let's hope he knew what he was signing up for this time. Have you heard the Garfield story about Bill Murray? It's so funny.
You've got to tell it.
I have now, haven't I?
Yeah.
I don't really know it. So, wasn't it something he thought it was one of the Coen brothers was making the Garfield movie? Because it was Joel Coen. And he thought he was one of the Coen brothers, but he wasn't.
Yeah,
so
spelled different.
Yeah, spelled different. So he signed up to be in Garfield thinking he was working with a Coen brother.
Yeah.
And he wasn't.
No.
And that's the only reason he's in Garfield.
Yeah, but then he came back for the sequel.
Yeah. Well, obviously, maybe he'd signed up for both. I don't know, but it's such a funny story.
I really hope it's true.
I really hope it's true as well. I'm sure it is. It could be one of those internet legends, but I do like it.
And because it's associated to Bill Murray, that's the beauty of it.
It's completely believable.
Because it's so crazy but believable.
Yeah, because Bill Murray's just
that's the best
crazy
sort
person.
Of urban legend there is.
Do you know, I heard a story once about Bill Murray that he used to go up to people in Manhattan, put his hands over their eyes and say, guess who?
Yeah.
And it would be like, Bill Murray. As if you'd guess that. I love that about that. That guy's amazing. I love Bill Murray. Next.
Last bit of news.
Okay.
Do you like Tom Hanks?
Yes. Who doesn't like Tom Hanks?
Good question.
No,
phone in if we haven't got a phone. Ring it. No, that's the same thing. Call it.
Discord us.
No, if you don't like Tom Hanks, tell us why.
Everybody likes Tom Hanks.
Yeah, what's
Funny
not
guy,
to
Tom
like?
Hanks.
Would you be excited if I told you he was reteaming with Robert Zemeckis?
Yeah, 100%.
So, the duo that brought you Forrest Gump and Castaway.
Two of the greatest Tom Hanks films.
Are coming back together. And they are going to work together on a movie called Here.
Here?
Here.
Here.
It's an adaptation of a graphic novel.
Okay.
It is a high concept story that focuses on one single room, telling the interconnected, overlapping stories of the many people who've inhabited the room over thousands of years.
What sort of room stays around for thousands of years?
I have no idea.
Interesting.
Also, it's going to be written by Eric Roth, who also wrote Forrest Gump.
Oh, so the whole team's back together.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's quite a big deal. Does that not feel like a big deal? Forrest Gump's like one of the biggest films of all time, and they're all getting back together to make something else.
Yeah.
That sounds a bit weird and sci-fi-ish.
Yeah, it does a bit.
Sounds like that animated house film that we watched a while back.
Do you think Tom Hanks play every character?
Yeah, hopefully. That'd be even better.
Because that's pretty much what he did in... Because he did... what's the Christmas movie he did with Bob Zemeckis?
Oh,
The Train.
Polar Express.
Yeah.
Yeah. Played all the characters in that, didn't he? Maybe. One single room that's interconnected stories over thousands of years. Interesting. That's got my brain working, that has.
Yeah.
That's definitely one to keep an eye on. How is that? Are you done?
How is that?
How's that?
We're playing cricket.
News done.
News done.
Good news. Well
There's
done.
loads
Good
of
selection.
interesting stuff about.
There is. It's a fun time to be a Netflix guy.
Yeah. Whatever that means.
We're a Netflix guys. That's what we do. What do you want to do now? Should we extend our rods?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I nearly I just by way of warning, I have watched this.
Same.
I almost totally forgot.
Same. So this is the first episode of Spectros. We finished Catla last week. We chose Spectros as I'm going Spectros. I'm not sure if that's right. Which is
it's Brazilian Japanese fusion.
Yes.
If it was a food, that's what it would be.
It was. So we watched the pilot episode, first episode.
Yeah.
I'm going to go straight in. I think it's the worst pilot I've ever seen.
You've ever seen?
Ever.
Have you? And you've watched
I've seen the Island pilot. I just was like, what the fuck am I watching?
I'm not going to say it's the worst ever.
No, I'm not going to say it's the worst ever. It's a bad pilot.
I was quite into the first 5 minutes.
Yes.
And I didn't mind the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then all the stuff in between
was just
I didn't really care. No. I mean,
give us a premise. What's the premise?
So we start back in feudal Japan.
Yeah.
And a family is being chased by some evil Geisha
nun ghosts. Did you watch the dub or the subtitles?
A bit of both.
Okay, so
I couldn't quite settle on.
What did you do this bit in?
Subtitles.
This bit wasn't dubbed.
All right. Okay. Oh, fine.
So this whole scene, the first 5 minutes of this program, and there's no dub.
Well, that makes sense.
This
is a Brazilian show in Portuguese.
So the Brazilians don't understand what's going on. Yeah. Somebody's forgotten to do a dub on this program, is what I was thinking. And the dub is fucking terrible.
Oh, okay.
We don't like dubs when they're Australians. Fuck the Australians.
G'day.
We don't like dubs when they're just Americans being American.
Yeah,
and that's what this is. That nobody's acting; they're just Americans reading lines.
Yeah,
it was bad. It's a bad dub. To the point where I might even do subtitles from now on.
Cool, do it.
I will do because I don't really make notes on these, so I can do it.
No, so basically these nun geisha things, they take down the parents.
To be fair, they look cool as fuck.
Yeah, I thought they were cool. It was a cool spectral effect.
We get like a narrator of one of them at the beginning as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Telling you what's going on.
And yeah, they chase this family into a building.
Yeah.
They sort of scare the parents to death. There's a little girl, she's hidden under a table. They whip back the tablecloths and she then kind of controls them. Or they're scared off because she's got this little china doll.
Porcelain doll. The episode's called Porcelain Doll, so I'm going Porcelain Doll. But yeah, she's kind of controls them with that.
But the doll's got like a spirit in it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Or something.
I think so.
Yeah. And then we get a whole sort of present day thing about how these 4 teenagers meet.
Yeah.
They're all from like the wrong side of the track.
Yeah, they're all like wrong uns.
They've
but it's after the fact, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's the morning after they've all been arrested for something. And they've got this porcelain doll that's 200, 300 years old, whatever it is. So we're trying to understand what's happened and why they've been arrested. And because at the point, we don't even know how they all know each other.
No, exactly. And that's what this story is.
It's in this episode is how did these 4 people...
And they only met each other like the day before.
And then there's 2 terrible cops who they've not even attempted to make them look like cops. No. One's like a drowsy old woman and one's like this fit lad. And they're both supposed to be cops. But yeah, I was not impressed by this episode. I'm not gonna lie.
And then somehow at the end they they're looking for someone. They end up in a house and there's a man who's on fire.
Yeah, and then they run him over.
Yeah.
And then they get accused of... They've been arrested because this man's been run over.
Yeah.
And they get accused of running him over and burning him alive. But he was
And
already
the
on fire.
effect for like the on fire man
Look
was
cool.
not good.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, look cool.
Well, I thought it was nowhere near as good as the
No, the ghosts were the best bit.
at the start.
And then the ghost narrator thing comes on at the end again and talks us through the end of the show.
Yeah. And one of our teens is in possession of the porcelain doll.
Yeah, so we've got the porcelain doll. One of the teens doesn't speak at all during the whole episode.
Yeah.
I wasn't blown away by it.
A rough start.
Terrible start for me. I thought it was awful.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we haven't given up on one of these shows yet, but that is on the table. We are allowed to do it. But I think I'm intrigued enough to see where episode 2 goes.
It's got to go either way though, because I think for us to get through, it's got to pick up steam.
Yeah,
or it's got to be so bad.
Yeah, if I can laugh at it,
interesting.
If I can laugh at it and get some good funny content on this show, I'm sticking with it. But if it's boring and nothing happens,
and that definitely concerned me from the
same
main body of the episode.
Yeah,
but I want more. I think they're two amazing cultures.
Yeah,
this should be a bright, colourful, full of pizzazz, but also scary.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be, but it should be.
Dull.
It was quite dull. Most of the episode took place in a police station.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not sold on it yet. I'm not going to lie to you. No. There's like 8 of them as well.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. We'll
Spectros.
see what happens. We'll watch the second episode next week and we'll come back and let you know. If you're going to watch it along with us, come and chat to us in the Discord about it. We can have some fun talking about it for definite.
Sure.
So, yeah, join us in the Discord. How are we doing for time, Nick?
Pretty good.
Do you want to do top 10?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Netflix Global Top 10 and films in the English language. Number 10 this week is The Vanishing. Is that the really old film?
Oh, there's been a lot of versions of that, hasn't there?
Yeah, I don't know which one that is. It's in foreign.
You can't say that. It's got Gerard Butler in.
It's got Gerard Butler in. It must be in the English language because I'm in English films, but it's called El Misterio de Faro on the poster. Number 9 is Despicable Me, Sticking Around. Still in the top 10.
Yeah.
Downfall, The Case of Boeing is at number 8.
Case Against Boeing. This is a documentary. Yeah, we got quite a few new entries, actually.
Yeah, we have. That's like a documentary about Boeing being terrible people, I guess. St. Vincent is number 7.
That's a Bill Murray
Speaking of
movie.
Bill Murray. Yeah, I've seen St. Vincent. It's all right. It's quite good fun. That must be new to the stream. It's first weekend. Abominable is at number 6.
I think I've seen that.
Is that the...
I have seen it.
I thought it was a Christmas film.
No.
No? Okay. It's a DreamWorks animated thing about the Abominable
Yetis.
Snowman, I guess. Yeah, the Yetis. Despicable Me 2 is at number 5. Number 4 is Fistful of Vengeance, which sounds like a Bruce Willis film, but isn't. It's this new Netflix.
It's got our old friend Iko Uwais in it.
Okay. Who's he?
He was in...
Oh, was he the guy from... that film we did?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
The fighting... What was it called? The fighting Korean guys?
Yeah.
I don't know what it was called.
I also can't remember.
Oh, that's a bad time, isn't it?
I can picture it. The way where the woman he blew a woman up with a rocket
Yeah.
launcher. With Scott Adkins and Michael Bisping and I can't remember what it's
People are screaming at their...
No, you're going to edit this out.
People are screaming at their MP3 players right now. MP3 players. I'm so old. Oh, what was it called? Keep thinking why I keep trying to get it.
I want to say... No, I can't remember. Triple Threat. Fatal Fury. Something like that.
Triple Threat.
Was it?
Yeah. Well done. Well done. Oh, it's the guy from that. Okay, fair enough.
And the Raid and all.
Yeah, those
things.
guys. It wasn't even that long ago we did that. Tall Girl 2 is at number 3. Number 2 is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. 29 million viewing hours this week.
Wow.
It's quite a lot.
Yeah.
It's a big name film though, isn't it? It's a big franchise. They're going to get the viewers.
Yeah,
for
sure.
it. That's the exact reason why they've made it. And The Tinder Swindler's holding its head at number 1. 34 million hours viewed this week. Exciting. Good times. TV shows?
Yes, please.
Top 10 TV shows currently on Netflix in the English language. The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window.
Season 1.
Season 1. I don't think it'll come back for a season 2, but it might do. You never know. 11 million hours viewed this week. Disenchantment Part 4. Number 9.
I don't think I'm going back to that.
Oh, really?
I don't think
Keeping
so.
up on it. You're not interested?
No.
I never went back after season 2, so you did more than I did.
I did 3 and I didn't enjoy
You
3
did.
at
I
all.
remember you saying you didn't
Yeah.
enjoy 3. Raising Dion Season 1 is at number 8. The Cuphead Show Season 1 is at number 7.
That's good going because they're only 15 minutes long.
That's done well. 14 million hours viewed.
Which is why this chart is totally not fair.
Yeah, it's not. Because if they were an hour long each,
Yeah.
it would have had a lot more hours viewed.
Yeah.
A lot more. One of Us is Lying Season 1 is at number 6. I've not heard of that. What's that? Looks teeny. Like
Yeah,
a teen drama.
I couldn't tell you.
No, me. Number 5 is Raising Dion Season 2. Number 4 is Ozark Season 4 Part 1. That's been in the charts for 5 weeks now and is still at number 4.
Staying power.
Sweet Magnolia Season 2 is at number 3. Love is Blind Season 2 is at number 2. And Inventing Anna is at number 1.
And obviously word of mouth has got out because the second week of Inventing Anna
Yeah.
has absolutely smashed it. Look at those
Those viewing numbers are
those viewing
insane.
numbers. Nearly 200 million hours.
195,970,000 viewing hours. Bearing in mind that number 2 is Love is Blind Season 2 has had 58 million.
Yeah.
That's nearly 4 times as much.
I've got to get on this train, clearly.
The first in its first week, Inventing Anna had 77 million
Yeah.
viewing hours, and it's now got 195.
Yeah.
It's doing well, and it is great. That first episode's great. Anyway, I can't say any more than that. But the first episode's
It's always a good trend when your second week's 3 times
bigger than your first week. Yeah, absolutely. So I think that's it. I think we've waved up.
Sure. Good week.
Good wave. There's definitely nothing else we need to talk about. We should probably talk about briefly the film we're going to talk about this week.
Do that. Come back on Thursday to this very feed because we are talking about Get In.
Yes.
What would you call it? A horror movie?
Yep. I think so. I think it's a horror movie. I think the genre of movie changes.
Home invasion type thing.
The movie genre changes abruptly during the end of this film, but yes, it's a horror movie. I think we'll get into that. I've got an awful lot to say about this movie, so we'll get into that on Thursday. So come join us on this feed where we'll talk about Get In.
Do it.
Cheers.
Bye.
We did that the wrong way around. Anyway, bye.